When a K-pop idol is in the military, they usually disappear from the public eye. But not BTS. Recently, he uploaded a new photo from the midst of his military duties, and ARMYs went crazy. Is this just a normal update? Or is there a hidden meaning behind it? In fact, many are speculating. Is this a sign that his comeback is sooner than we thought? BTS is known as a group with tremendous global influence. However, as one by one their members began their military service, many wondered what the future held for the group. Will it remain solid after a 2-year hiatus? This question was further amplified by the emergence of a recent photo of BTS in the midst of his military service. In the K-pop world, an idol who is undergoing military service usually prefers not to be too active on social media. This is not only because of their busy schedules, but also as a form of respect for their state duties. However, BTS did something different. In the photo he uploaded, Taehyung still appears with his signature charisma, despite being in military uniform. His calm face, sharp gaze, and the background showing the atmosphere of the military barracks made many fans even more curious. Is this just a casual update? Or is there something bigger behind it? One of the most discussed theories is the possibility of an earlier comeback than scheduled. If we look at the patterns that have happened to K-pop idols before, there are some interesting things to discuss. Some idols who are undergoing military service still release certain projects, whether it's in the form of pre-recorded songs, concept photos, or even special videos for fans. BTS itself, as a group that is very organized in its promotion strategy, must have thought of ways to stay relevant even though all of its members are not active in the entertainment industry. Perhaps this photo shared by V is part of that strategy. Another possibility is that this photo is a kind of code that he is in the process of preparing something. It is not impossible that before he officially completes his military service, there are certain projects ready to be released, be it in the form of solo albums, collaborations, or even teasers for future BTS reunions. However, there is also the possibility that this is just a casual update to appease his fans. As we know, ARMY is a fandom that always looks forward to updates from their idols, and perhaps V just wanted to show that he's doing well and staying healthy during his stint. However, what makes this comeback theory even more interesting is the fact that some K-pop idols have done similar things before. For example, some EXO and HYBE members continue to participate in music projects despite being in the military. If BTS takes the same step, then it's not impossible that we'll get a surprise in the next few months. So, what about the fans' opinions? Many ARMYs feel that this photo is not just an ordinary update. Some of them even linked it to some other clues that BTS might have given before their temporary hiatus. If we look back, BTS has always had a habit of leaving hidden codes for their fans, whether in song lyrics, music videos, or social media interactions. Translated with dpel.com, free version. Of course, this is all speculation. But one thing is for sure, V's latest photo proves that enthusiasm for BTS is still very high, even in the midst of their hiatus. And if it's true that the comeback will happen sooner than we thought, then this could be a very big moment in K-pop history. When it comes to BTS, we can't escape how they always deliver unexpected surprises. Every move, every post, even every word they say often has a deeper meaning. So, it's only natural that many ARMYs think V's latest photo is not just another update, but a hidden code that hints at something bigger. But the question is, if this is indeed a sign of an early comeback, what is the mechanism? Isn't V still serving in the military? Well, this is interesting. If we look at the patterns of some previous K-pop idols, there are many ways that allow an idol to remain present in the industry even though they are physically carrying out state duties. One of them is by preparing projects long before they enter the draft. And if we recall, V had actually finished his solo album Layover before he officially left for the army. Is it possible that there is still material left unreleased? Or maybe there is a collaboration project that has already been recorded but will only be published this year. In addition, there is another possibility that is also worth considering: pre-recorded content. A number of idols who are currently in the military still have content prepared for release in the midst of their hiatus. The most obvious example is EXO's Taehyung, who before entering the military had prepared various videos, music, and projects that were released gradually so that he still felt present in the entertainment world. Are HYBE and BTS also implementing a similar strategy? It could be. And there's one other clue that further corroborates the theory of an early comeback: HYBE's communication patterns with fans. If we look at the way HYBE handled BTS solo activities before they entered the ARMY, it seems like the company deliberately prepared a long plan to keep BTS alive even when they were inactive. This can be seen from how they release content gradually, from documentaries, special videos, to merchandise promotions that continue during the members' inactivity. So, it's not impossible that V has actually prepared something long before he entered the military. There could be a music project that will be released in the near future, and the photo he uploaded is a warm-up to build anticipation among ARMYs. But if we're talking about a possible comeback, we also have to consider how the draft rules in South Korea work. Basically, an idol who is undergoing military service does have certain restrictions in terms of entertainment activities. However, there are some exceptions that allow them to still appear in public in a certain capacity, for example, in the form of projects that have been recorded before the draft or participation in events permitted by the military. And if V's comeback does happen sooner than expected, it will be a huge phenomenon that could change the way the K-pop industry handles drafted idols. It could be that, in the future, we will see more idols preparing projects well in advance so that they can remain active despite being on temporary hiatus. One thing we can be sure of, though, this latest photo of V is not just another update. It's proof that enthusiasm for BTS is still very high and that V still has something to say to his fans. Is this a sign of a comeback? Or just a little code to remind us that BTS will be back bigger than ever? We may not know the answer right now, but one thing is for sure. BTS always has unexpected surprises, and when the time comes, it's going to be an amazing moment. So, do you think this is really a sign of a comeback? Or is it just another update from V? Don't forget to write your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with BTS.